Alright, let's dive into one of the most hyped moments in all of solo leveling, the fourth raid on Jeju Island. Now remember, this is a mission that has already failed 3 times, so the pressure is absolutely immense.
So you've got the world's strongest hunters all gathering in one place. But this alliance between Korea and Japan, let's just say it's fragile. They're about to go up against an enemy that's only gotten stronger over the years. And for the entire region, failure is simply not an option.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start with those tense first meetings, get into the real test of strength, cover the evolving threat of the ants, and then launch right into the operation and the unsettling discoveries they make inside enemy territory.
First things first, before they can even think about fighting the magic beast ants, the S-rank hunters from Korea and Japan have to size each other up. They call it a friendly sparring session, but you can just feel the intense rivalry bubbling right under the surface.
And you can see this stark difference in mindset right away. The Japanese hunters, they're led by Ryuji Goto, and they see this as their chance to put the Koreans in their place. For years, Japan has been the top dog in Asia, and they need to prove the Koreans are just there for support. But the Korean hunters, they feel that condescension immediately. For them, this isn't a test, it's a fight for respect.
And the power on display here, it is absolutely overwhelming. We actually hear this from a high-level A-rank hunter who's forced to watch from the sidelines, and he is just completely intimidated by the sheer force of these S-rank monsters clashing. It's a brutal, brutal reminder of the gap between the best and, well, everyone else.
And that brings us to the main event of these sparring sessions. Japan's strongest hunter, Ryuji Goto, he singles out Korea's newest and most mysterious S-rank, our guy, Jin-Woo, for a one-on-one challenge.
This is the big question that everyone has about Jin-Woo, right? His official registration is Mage type, a spellcaster. So why in the world is he being challenged to a close-quarters fight? Normally, this would be a death sentence, but everyone watching suspects Jin-Woo is something else entirely.
But Jin-Woo, he doesn't just accept the challenge. Oh no, he escalates it. He agrees to fight, but on one condition. Goto has to promise to come at him with everything he's got. See, Jin-Woo isn't just defending his honor. He's using the world's strongest hunters as a measuring stick for his own insane powers.
The second the fight begins, Goto realizes this is not the easy win he was expecting. Jin-Woo's speed is just unreal. He's effortlessly dodging attacks that should be impossible to avoid. And that sparring match? It instantly becomes a genuine attempt by Goto to break through Jin-Woo's defense and figure out what his secret really is.
And this is the moment where the friendly facade just completely falls apart. For a guy like Goto, who defines himself and his entire nation by being the strongest, being matched by some unknown rookie is an insult he just can't tolerate. His intent shifts from testing to killing, forcing the Hunter Association chairman to literally jump in before a priceless asset gets taken out.
So Jin-Woo has just proven he's not only a match for Japan's best, but he's an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle for the raid's success. But just as everyone realizes how important he is, the entire plan gets thrown into chaos by something deeply personal.
And this is the whole reason Jin-Woo has done everything he's done. For years, he risked his life as the world's weakest hunter just to pay his mother's hospital bills while she was trapped by magical disease. And at this exact moment, after all that struggle, she has finally woken up.
So, the bottom line is this. Jin-Woo withdraws. After everything he's fought for, his family comes first, which means the Joint Task Force has just lost one of its most powerful and unpredictable weapons right before the mission is supposed to begin.
So you might be thinking, why is the raid still happening, even without a key player? Well, let's turn our attention to the enemy. This isn't the same threat they faced years ago. The magic beasts on Jeju Island are changing, and they're changing at a really alarming rate.
You just have to look at the timeline to see how terrifying this is. What started as basically giant ground-crawling bugs have adapted. They become more intelligent, more humanoid, and now they can fly. This is the real game changer. They're no longer contained to the island. They could cross the water to the mainland at any moment.
And here's the really scary part. This evolution isn't random. Deep inside the nest, there's an intelligent and powerful ant queen who is consciously directing it. She's actively breeding a new generation of soldiers, with the goal of creating the ultimate warrior to lead her army.
So let's get to the raid itself. Even without Jin-Woo, the mission is a go. The combined forces have a high-stakes plan, and they are praying it's enough to succeed where all previous attempts have failed. Here's the strategy. It's a classic bait and switch.
The larger Japanese team acts as the bait, drawing out the main ant army on the surface. This creates a critical but very temporary opening for the smaller, elite Korean team to sneak into the nest and cut the head off the snake.
And the stakes? They could not possibly be higher. The Korean team has only 1 hour to kill the queen before their Japanese allies are completely swarmed and overwhelmed, and the entire world is watching this on a live broadcast. Every success, every failure, it's all going to be seen. This isn't just a mission, it's a performance with the fate of a nation on the line.
So the Korean team makes it in. They successfully bypass the main swarm and enter the nest. The tunnels are eerily quiet. But as they get deeper, they find something that suggests the real threat is far, far worse than they ever imagined.
Their one goal is to find the queen's chamber and end this. But on the way, they stumble into her hatchery, the very source of the ant army's seemingly endless numbers.
And they find thousands upon thousands of these ant eggs, a truly horrifying sight. But their attention is immediately snagged by one single egg right in the center of the chamber. It's different from all the others.
You can just feel their shock. This one egg is massive, way bigger than any of the others. And here's the kicker. It's already hatched. The shell is broken. Whatever was inside is gone.
And this is the question that just hangs there in the silent cavern. That plan the queen had to breed a powerful leader, it wasn't some future threat. It already happened. An unknown, uniquely powerful ant is loose somewhere on this island, and the hunters have just walked straight into its lair.